Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Touchdown, defense. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check. One. Check 25.
From the 31, Mariota escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first down carry by Bell. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action now. Mariota. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Off the play fake, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A first down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, Mariota. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, New York.
Mike, 45.
On first down, it's Bell. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They'll run it with Johnson. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
At the Buccaneers' 27-yard line.
Check back. Check 26, check 26.
On second down, it's Bell. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, 27 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston, he finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Lady, blue lady. I got one, I got one, I got one. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Ready, blue lady.
Combo, combo, combo. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Seven, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
Ready, white 25. I got one, I got one.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation. That changes what you do defensively, and it worked for them on that play.
Maybe trying to reward him after that long run. We'll see if they go back to him again on the ground. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. In on the stop, Vernon Hargreaves. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They go play action. Mariota. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Odell Beckham, 68 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions. This
one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Here's Bell. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Throwing, Mariota. He finds Beckham, complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Come on, come get some. Come get some. Come on, come get some.
On first down, it's Bell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This is Johnson, the fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward, though.
Without a doubt, and sometimes I think the offensive line gets a little bit more inspiration when they know that guy's going to get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often. They want to reward him for all that good blocking he does as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Jameis to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Off the play fake, Mariota. Officially.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
They come out here in the eye. Now Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets will extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Play fake. Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Shit.
One.
They'll run on 1st down. Bell. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. A screen to Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They don't get it all back there, but they do get 8, and it sets up a 3rd and 15.
And it's 3rd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
He don't know no better. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Defense wins championships, baby.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Flushed out right. It's caught by OBJ. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert 3. One. Alert flat. Three.
To throw is Mariota. Buying time to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
You can't block me.
On play action, Mariota sliding out of the pocket. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. On 1st down, it's Bell. Still on his feet. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the gun, Mariota. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Jets will extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go,
at their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a bit.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Winston. That'll be caught by Jordan Leggett, his tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Even. 4th down. Even.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Ready. Watch the screen. 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 Let me go.
Now Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Play fake. Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run it with Bell. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Mariota. And this is caught by Watkins. He got 29 yards that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mariota. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Let's go. Check. 3.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Bell. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Johnson now, the fullback. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action now. Mariota. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Odell Beckham with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw is Winston. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce and might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Jets on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Mariota. And he finds a man on the crossing route. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The offense on third down tonight, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now Mariota goes underneath for Bell. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
One. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Mariota now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a carry here for their fullback. Able to push his way through. Still fighting for more. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. This is Bell. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. They'll go again with Bell. Stays on his feet.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Right there in the middle, 55. You got nothing today.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. And Elliott puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Throwing on second down. Winston looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Matt Gay now for the Bucs field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Good. 180. 55, Mike.
I smell fear in that offense.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Jets, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.